Hey, Kathy! Whoa, I was really blown away today. What was that at the office this morning? Is it true you getting married? And to that guy, boy oh boy, do I envy you or what?
Hello, Laura. Yeah, sorry about that. I thought it'd be better to announce it to everyone first thing in the morning. You know how these rumors spread.
Yeah, I know, but really, congratulations! Wow, really good news. I bet a lot of the girls are super envious.
Thank you so much.
But what I was really floored by is your guy's qualifications. He's our company client. And what's more, he's the next in line to be president. You really lucked out, Kathy.
Yeah, right.
And I took a look at his photo. Phew, what a hunk. What trick did he use to snag that heartthrob? My God.
Well, not sure I lucked out. I guess so, but truth is, we went to high school together. I've known him for a while. Actually, we dated off and on since then.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, so it wasn't as though I snagged him or anything like that. Back then, there was no talk of him taking over the company. He wasn't even sure he wanted to. It was only about a year ago that this topic was raised. Actually, we were both pretty shocked to hear it.
Oh, yeah. So, even if he wasn't slated to take over from his father, would you still have married him?
Yeah, I suppose so. I started dating him because I enjoyed his company, and we basically had the same interest.
That's pretty interesting. So, you would still have married him even if he was a low-paid office worker or a clerk or something. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I suppose so. I probably would have married him even in such a case.
Is that so?
Whatever the situation, I felt I should support him the best I could. That's how I feel.
I see. Okay, I get what you're saying. So, this weekend, do you plan on going on a date with him?
No. Unfortunately, he works on the weekend. At least for now. Preparations for taking over the company. A lot to learn, I guess.
Oh, too bad. I'm sorry, I just remembered I got an appointment soon. Alright then, I'll see you on Monday at the office. See ya!
Yeah, okay. See you on Monday.
Hey, Kathy, you got a second?
Oh, hello, Laura. What's up? Today's a day off. Can I help you with something?
Yup, today's a holiday, so I'm on a date with my boyfriend.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad you guys are having fun. Nice day for a date, that's for sure.
This date? I just started seeing this guy like 2 hours ago. And guess what? We already did the, you know what, this really cements our bond.
Right. Kind of early in the day, wouldn't you say?
Kinda surprised, huh?
Yeah, you could say that again.
Well, that's not all. You're gonna be even more surprised after I tell you this.
Really? Wonder what it could be about. I'd rather not hear the details of your, you know what.
But you do want to know, right? I bet you do.
Sounds like I'm going to hear what you have to say even if I want to or not, lol.
Yeah, do I sound so obvious? Okay then, I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
The guy I'm with, he's the son of this company president. Pretty big company too.
Oh yeah? That's great.
And about this guy, you know him pretty well.
Really? Who could that be?
Guess who it is?
Let's see. If it's someone I know, well, there's only 2 people that come to mind.
Oh, so you know 2 guys, huh?
Yes, well.
No doubt it's one of those guys, lol.
So that means no way. It's not David, is it?
Bingo! You hit it right on the nail. Congratulations!
Huh? Are you totally serious?
Yup, totally serious.
Why did it turn out that way? Where did you even meet him?
LOL, I just happened to walk by his office today and, well, it seems David had just finished work and came out of the office building and I literally ran right into him. As I was going to congratulate him, he invited me out to lunch and we had a little to drink. One thing led to another and, you know, I know you're a bit of a prude, so I won't get into the details, LOL. I suppose it means my charm beats yours. So sorry, LOL.
I see, but I'm not.
Didn't expect it to turn out like this, but it did. So, sorry, but David is mine now. The marriage is off. Sorry, but forget that you ever met him.
Huh? Forget I even met him?
Yeah, that's right. This is the last you'll hear from me for a while. Maybe forever. David and I are going to go out on the town tonight, LOL. Hey, Kathy. Hey, pick up.
What is this?
What's going on here? This whole thing, it's not right. This is not happening.
What's the matter?
It's about that guy. The guy you're going to marry. Why is he David's younger brother? Are you pranking me or something, or is it some sick joke?
Prank? Sick joke? I really don't know what you're talking about.
Don't act like you don't know. You were so angry at the time that you started seeing David's brother Ken in order to spite me. So you're planning to marry Ken and start hassling me, right? That's your sick plan.
Huh? Hassle you? You're not making any sense.
Oh, I get it. You plan to get David back from me, then kick me out and become the president's wife. You're sick.
Huh?
You act so innocent, but inside you're a diabolical scheming woman. Oh my god, this is unbelievable.
Huh? Excuse me, but really, I have no idea what?
No matter what you do, no matter how much you bully me, I will fight your every attempt.
The guy I plan to marry has always been Ken.
Huh?
Like I said before, I went to high school with him, and David went to a different school from the one we attended. And what's more, he's 6 years older than us. I don't see why we could have went to school together or even have known him very well. Of course, I met him a number of times, but...
Huh? What are you saying? You said that your fiance is slated to be the next president of the company.
Yes, that's right. Kent will become the next president.
What? No way. That can't be right.
Why's that?
But think about it. David is the eldest, has the right to become the next president. I mean, Kent is the younger brother. No matter how you spin it, David is the rightful beneficiary. It does not make sense to have Kent take over.
Oh, about that. Well, you're right. That would be the normal case, and it was until about a year ago. But for various reasons, it was decided that Kent would take over eventually.
Huh? That can't be. Why?
Don't you remember that time? When our customer's company had some sort of system failure and we were affected by it?
Yes, that case. About a year ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. Well, that system mishap was a drastic error caused by one of their employees. Remember that?
Yeah, there was some talk of that. I forget the details. What about it? What's that got to do with anything?
Well, it was not really revealed to the other employees, but the person who made that error was David.
Huh? David?
That system error had adverse effects on their everyday operation. They said it would take 2 or 3 days to get the system back up and running. Well, that was when Kent stepped in. He got the system back in operation within a day.
And so you're saying because of that, he was chosen to take over as president instead of David?
Yes, that's right. It was through this incident that everyone realized that David was just not cut out for this type of work. And subsequently, an internal investigation was carried out, and they soon learned that David had been taking credit for many of the projects in recent years, most of which were actually planned and carried out by his brother Kent. After that, he was demoted from an executive position to a normal employee. He's currently doing mostly filing work, not sure which department.
No, that can't be right. You mean to tell me that David is no longer a candidate to become president? He's just a lowly clerk doing filing work?
Yes, that seems to be the case. He'll probably remain in that position until retirement, unless he quits, of course.
No way this is happening. This can't be true.
Can I ask you something, Laura?
What?
You told me to forget about David or something like that. You remember that?
Yeah, what about it?
I'm just speculating here, but did you say that because you thought you were stealing my fiancé from me and saw yourself as the wife of the next company president? Was that your intention?
Well, I was only trying to.
Yeah, well, David and Kent, if you look at the photos, they almost look like twins. So you figured it was my fiancé Kent that you were courting and eventually ended up doing the, you know what with him. Isn't that right?
Well, I thought
Don't worry, I don't plan to reprimand you or anything, but...
But what?
If you don't plan on marrying David, I recommend that you break up with as soon as possible.
Why do you say that?
Your reaction tells me you have no idea. Did you know that David was previously married?
Huh? He was married?
Yes, his wife divorced him because he was cheating on her.
Cheating on her?
His ex-wife was pretty ticked off about all of it. I don't blame her. Anyway, she demanded compensation.
Compensation?
What's more, he's got 2 kids, which means he has to pay for child support at least until they finish college.
He has kids?
Yes, so he has to pay a considerable amount every month. I hear he just barely gets by.
You're making all this up.
Oh yeah, also.
What? There's more?
Well, he managed to get himself into all kinds of trouble and, well, his parents no longer wanted anything to do with him. Which means He has been completely cut off from inheriting any of his parents' estate.
Are you kidding me?
That's about all I can tell you.
What? Then why did I even sleep with the guy? I don't care if he's handsome. I don't want a guy with that much baggage. He's nothing. As long as he was going to be president, I don't mind being a housewife. So I already submitted my resignation.
You what? Oh my god.
Please, Kathy, help me out, please. Can't you switch? Give me Ken and you take David. Come on, please.
You're not serious. No way.
Huh?
I urge you to talk it over with David and work things out between you two. This was all kind of strange. The only thing I get from this is that Laura got this little idea in her head, went through with her delusions, and in the end, she crashed and burned. I really can't understand what she was thinking. As for David and Laura, I heard they eventually got married. I heard that before she learned the facts from me, she told all her friends and relatives that she was going to be the wife of a company president. Well, it seems she was stuck with the guy. There was no way to get out of it. Well, that makes her my sister-in-law, but luckily we don't have any contact with them. I don't know if it's her pride, but she refused to work despite David struggling to make ends meet. This bickering between David and Laura continued every night. The noise of them fighting eventually caused the neighbors to complain, and they were kicked out of the apartment they were living in. I haven't heard from them since. Hey, Mildred, you have a bit of time to talk?
Oh, Sandra, what is it? I'm really busy with the wedding preparations. The date is set 3 months from now. I don't have time for this. Have a little common sense, would you?
Yeah, really sorry. I know you're busy. It's about that marriage. We got the wedding invitation, it has Frank's name on it, but I don't see my name anywhere. Is this some kind of print error or something?
You're not serious. There's no printing error. I had no intention of inviting you, sorry to say.
Huh? Why not? I'm your sister-in-law.
Obvious, isn't it? It's because you were working at that nightclub back in the day. I mean, please, to invite someone who used to work at a house of ill repute, as my friend would say? My God, how could I invite someone like that to my wedding? That would bring absolute shame to my wedding.
Shame? You're right. When I was in my 20s, I briefly worked at a club. But I had to. My parents had passed away and I had to make money to put my little brother through school. And like I said, it was just for a short time, just to get back on our feet. I quit that long time ago. I don't think I did anything wrong.
Whatever the reason, I just can't stand a woman who uses her body to make money and work a proper job to get by. It's your presence alone. I just can't stand you being here.
I know you loathe my past behavior, and I have not forgotten how you abused me with your derogatory comments. But this is going a little too far, don't you think? I was willing to forget all that and just congratulate you on such a wonderful occasion. That's all I wanted. I was just planning to celebrate this happy occasion is all.
Oh, so you were going to attend a wedding for which you weren't even invited? Oh my God, are you a party crasher too? Wow, I didn't realize that you were suffering from delusions. Listen up, Sandra. My folks are so naive that they go along with your innocent sounding explanations, but me? I will never accept you as my sister-in-law, so there. Your hostess types that use your body to trick men, to me, such a person is the worst of the worst in our society.
That's pure discrimination.
I don't really care. The fact is, I have no intention of inviting you to the wedding, so just get that thought out of your little head. Just send my brother to the wedding and you stay home. I don't want someone like you're coming to the wedding and ruining the happiest day of my life. Got that? I don't want you anywhere near the wedding, the reception, or the party afterwards. Got that?
I would never disrupt such a happy occasion.
It would look bad if I said I didn't invite you simply because I didn't like you, so I told everyone my husband to be that you were sick. If the other relatives ask, you tell them the same. You got it? You try something stupid and sneak in or something, you'll regret it.
All right, I understand. I won't be able to attend because I'm sick. Is that what you want to hear? I'll have Frank attend alone.
Finally got it through your stupid little head, I see. You just stay home and look after the cat. Do you even have a cat? LOL.
Yes, what is it? Looks like you've been messaging me all day. What's up? Wasn't your wedding today?
Finally, I've been trying to reach you forever. Hey, what's going on?
What are you talking about?
Most of my relatives aren't here, and the people from work, only about half of them showed up. Everyone said that they suddenly fell ill or that some urgent matter came up. At this rate, the family on my side will be practically empty.
Oh no, that's awful. How could this happen? What's going to happen with the wedding ceremony? Wonder if you can even go through with it.
You seem so calm. What the hell did you do? This isn't normal. How could some people cancel the last minute like this? You had a hand in it, right? You went behind my back and got back at me for not inviting you. I knew you would pull some dirty trick.
Please, I would never do such a thing. The only thing I can recall doing is talking with your grandmother and telling her that I wasn't attending because you would be offended. That's all. That was yesterday.
What? Why did you tell her that? And why'd you even talk to her?
Well, she called to ask what I was going to wear to the wedding. She said she didn't want to show up wearing something exactly the same. I told her that you asked me not to attend, to say I was sick.
Why do you have to tell the truth? You should have just said you didn't want to attend.
I'm sorry, I'm just honest, not a very good liar.
That's why no one is here. You had to go blabbering your mouth. I have no idea why, but my grandmother has taken a shine to you. So I bet she figures if you don't attend, she won't either. She's just being a stubborn old lady. That pig-headed old pag.
Your grandmother is so nice and a very strong-willed woman. When I told her I wasn't even invited. Well, she said what you did was despicable and she could not forgive you even if you're her granddaughter. I think that the other relatives probably felt the same way as your grandmother and decided not to attend.
Of course it is. They all look up to her. I really don't see why. Anyway, she has this spell over them. They will do anything that old battle axe says.
But I can't believe almost all the relatives declined to attend. You really have a popularity issue, Mildred.
What the hell am I going to do? And why the hell didn't the people from my office show up? How the hell did you, a former club hostess, sweet-talk them into going along with this?
You keep bringing that up about my past. Hey, Mildred, you work for Ace Corporation, right? The wife of the president of that company. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. Well, she's the owner of that club I used to work at.
Huh? You're not serious. The president's wife is that?
Yes, years ago when I was struggling, she treated me like her daughter. Oh, yeah, and when she heard I was not attending the wedding because I was supposed to be sick, she even went of her way to come visit me and help out, thinking I was bedridden or something. That's when I told her what had happened and why I wasn't really sick. So that's probably why she declined to attend the wedding. I can understand her feelings. She too started out as a club hostess and worked her way up and eventually started her own club. If you are so adamant about not having a former club hostess to attend, well, how could a current club hostess, a club owner as a matter of fact, attend? She figured you'd be offended if she showed up, probably afraid she might ruin the wedding for you.
Well, so she won't attend, but why the hell won't the other people attend then? She doesn't need to attend, but why the rest of them? They should have no problem attending.
Probably the same reason that your grandmother gave. The president is totally committed to his wife, so, you know. I remember when I was working as a hostess there and the president used to come to the club almost every night. He probably paid her tens of thousands of dollars over the years and then eventually married her. I'm sure she told him about all this and it probably infuriated him. He probably decided not to attend if his loving wife was not going. As for the other staff members, figure it would be kind of difficult for the employees to attend when the CEO is declining to attend. What's more, a lot of the top managers at company are regular customers at the club. They bring clients there on occasion. But don't get me wrong, this is all just speculation, of course. I have no idea how a big corporation like that works. I'm just a housewife and an ex-club hostess. What do I know? I'm so sorry. I've never really worked an honest day in my life. I really don't know anything.
So you're saying that I did invite you, so they're all going on strike by not attending?
Well, maybe that's being a bit overdramatic, but yeah, you're not wrong in your assessment.
So does that mean that if you convince them otherwise, they change their minds and they'll attend? If that's the case, please talk to them and persuade them to attend, please. And the other relatives, get them to attend too. Hold it. First explain this whole situation to my fiancé. Please, get over to the wedding hall right away.
Why would I do that?
Huh?
Think about it. Why would I go out of my way to help you? I thought you said you would never consider me a relative, a sister-in-law. You remember that, right? That means we're not related at all. We are complete strangers. So as a complete stranger, why would I do all that for you? It makes no sense. Sorry, that's too much of a hassle.
Huh? Hold on 1 second, Sandra.
And besides, why would I go to a wedding I wasn't even invited to? People would think I was delusional if I attended. How embarrassing. I just couldn't do that. I don't even have an official invitation. Sorry, I just can't help you out.
Don't worry about that. I'll invite you right now. I'll send you an invitation right this second. So please.
Now? I think it's a little too late for that. Can you really get my place ready in time? Oh yeah, I forgot. A whole bunch of people just canceled. So you have plenty of seats, lol. But I don't want a second-hand seat. Wouldn't look good. Sorry to be so picky about these things.
Just get over here. You can pick your own seat. I'll have a special seat ready for you right up front. With the company president if you like. You can come with your husband. I'll invite you officially as my sister-in-law. Please, I'm begging you.
What am I to do? But there's just one problem. Since I was all alone and had nothing to do, I decided to go on a little trip. I'm just here at the beach. Nice weather, by the way. Plan to drive back later in the afternoon. Maybe stop off at that nice little cafe down the coast. Even if I was to head over there now. I don't even have a dress to wear. Not even a wedding gift. I can't very well go there in my beach outfit. That would really be a spectacle, wouldn't it? LOL.
I'll have all that ready for you. And don't worry about the wedding gift. There's no need. I'll pay all travel expenses. I don't care how much this will cost. What's important is the wedding. Please, help me out here.
What am I to do? Let me think about it. Nah, I'll pass. The wedding ceremony. No thanks. Not gonna make it. Sorry.
What? You're not serious. Please, you can't do this.
Ever since I married your brother, you've been treating me like trash. I have no obligation to help you now. Really? Why would I even do that? If no one shows up at your wedding, it's all your fault, right? You have no one else to blame but yourself. All this has nothing to do with me. Work it out yourself.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. String me along as if you're going to help. How could you be so cruel, you evil woman?
So sorry, LOL. I use my womanhood as a weapon to con people. The most despicable kind of woman there is, LOL. Okay, have a nice wedding and a good life. See ya. I heard the wedding went as planned, but half the room was empty on her side of the family and none of her coworkers showed up. Apparently, the whole atmosphere was pretty depressing. As a matter of fact, the environment was so bad that a lot of people left early. By the end of the reception, only family members were left, most on the bride's side of the family. But worse, the groom's family was taken aback by the reception Mildred got that they had second thoughts about their son marrying such a woman. And that pre-planned after-wedding party was subsequently canceled. Everyone left after the short reception party. The next day, Mildred came barging into her home yelling and screaming, but my husband and his parents gave her a real dressing down, and she subsequently left, hanging her head in shame. As a result of all this, the marriage disintegrated and Mildred left home. That was the last I heard from her, but I'm sure she's doing fine on her own. As for me, well, I no longer have to put up with her criticisms, so my stress level has subsided drastically. Now I'm surrounded by people who truly love and understand me.
Mary, are you there? Where the hell are you?
Sorry, Mom. Like I said, I told you this morning that we're just finishing up that project at work, so for the next month or so, I'm going to be pretty busy.
Does that mean you'll be working overtime?
Yes, that's right. I'm gonna have a hard time making dinner at the usual time for a while.
Okay. Well, I guess that can't be helped. I suppose I'll just order takeout and go eat somewhere.
Huh? Are you okay with it?
You're working overtime, right? That means in addition to your monthly pay, you get overtime pay as well, right? The more you do overtime, well, the more money you bring in and makes my life easier.
Yeah, suppose you're right.
What's that mediocre reaction?
Huh? Did I sound like that? Just tired from all the work.
If you're so dissatisfied, you should work harder to pay me back for bringing you up. You were only 3 years old when that no-good father of yours cheated on me. Ever since then, I went through tremendous hardship to provide for you.
Yeah, I got it, Mom. I'm not dissatisfied about anything.
As long as you understand, I have no problem if you come home late if it means bringing home more money. So, work as hard as you must and rake in as much money as you can.
Yeah, right. I'll do my best.
Mary, pick up. This is Mom. Hurry up, for God's sake.
Sorry, Mom. Do you mind if we continue this after I finish work? My boss and the other staff members really don't approve of us using the phone while working.
Yeah, forget that. Today's your payday, so I went to the bank to withdraw some money. I was shocked at the amount that was deposited. What is this?
Huh?
Like I said, I'm at the bank right now. Looks like it's a bit more because you were working overtime the last month or so, but an additional $150 for all the overtime you did? They are taking complete advantage of you.
That's how much overtime I did.
Well, it's way too little. If you're going to work and get paid well for it.
I really can't decide how much I get paid. I'm only allowed to work a certain amount of hours a month.
I don't want to hear your lame excuses. Boy, oh boy, you are totally useless. I figured you at least get an additional $500 or $600 at least. Really, you're totally useless.
I'm really sorry.
If you're so sorry, why don't you make a little more money?
Yeah, but I can't just work overtime without permission. Company policy, you know? Most companies have the same policy these days.
Well, there is no policy of you working outside your company, right? If you work at a club or something after work, you could make a little extra cash, right?
Huh? You want me to work as a hostess?
Well, I'm not saying right now, just considering it. Anyway, this was a huge disappointment for me. So, I'm going to cut your monthly allowance by $50. I'll leave your $100 allowance on the kitchen table.
Huh? You're not serious. I can't live on that.
If you don't like it, bring in more cash. I may just force you to work as a hostess, so keep that in mind.
Yes. Sorry.
Hey, Mary! Your best friend Sharon here!
Huh? Sharon? Wow, it's been a long time. Great to hear from you.
It sure has been a while.
After we graduated from high school, you moved overseas, I guess. It's been like 8 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, hasn't it?
Really happy to hear from you. But what's up?
Well, I'm not overseas anymore. I came back stateside about a year ago. I'm back in town for about a month for some business.
Oh yeah? That's great.
I'm staying at a residential hotel for now. The place is like a 30-minute drive to your place. Felt a bit nostalgic and figured I'd give you a heads up.
I'm glad you did.
How about you, Mary? What have you been up to?
Huh? Me? Nothing special, really. The usual routine.
Are you still living at home with your mom?
Yeah, I was going to move out, but I have my mom, you know, so I kind of have to take care of her.
Oh yeah, your mom.
I'm sure you know about my dad. He took off with some woman when I was a kid. You know the whole story. Anyway, I'm all she's got.
Huh? Your dad cheated on your mom?
Yeah, that's what my mom told me all these years. She won't shut up about it. My mom worked all her life to support and provide for me, so I figured I should return the favor, you know what I mean? She handles all my finances, my bank account. I get a monthly allowance.
Are you serious? You've got it all wrong, Mary.
Huh? What do you mean, all wrong?
I don't believe this. I figured you knew all along. Your mom is lying to you, Mary.
Huh? What do you mean?
You got the whole story backwards.
Backwards? What do you mean?
It was your mom who cheated on your dad. It was your dad that wanted the divorce and left her.
Huh? You're joking, right?
No, it's true. It was only after I finished college that my folks told me about the whole affair. Back in the day, it was pretty well known around the neighborhood. But, you know, we were just kids.
I never heard about it.
Oh yeah, and to have a mother control your finances
Your bank account? Doling out a monthly allowance? You're a working adult, for God's sake. She has no right to do that. No parent would do such a thing to their own child. Huh? Well, some would send their folks money to help them out, of course, but even then, it's only what they can afford. It doesn't disrupt their own lives. Yeah, really? I'm sorry, maybe I shouldn't have mentioned it, huh? No, I'm glad you told me. Thanks. You're a good friend. Really, thanks. Actually, what you told me really opened my eyes. Yeah, this is all wrong. I realize that now. Okay, so what are you gonna do about it? I don't know. Probably move out and live my own life away from my mom? Okay, then why don't you come to my place for now to figure out what to do? What do you say? Huh? Really? But she's got all my money. She has my bank account. I'm not really free to do as I like. That's easy. Just time it right. Move out of your mom's place, make a new account, and you're all set. But then get your office to change the bank account and have your pay deposited there. Easy as pie. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. What an idiot. Why didn't I think of that sooner? Yeah, you're like some of those brainwashed cult members. It takes a while to get out from under their spell. Brainwashed, huh? And another thing, do you have any intention of changing jobs? Change jobs? I know a great job that would allow you to get out from under your mother's spell and start a new life. You just have to set your mind up and just do it, as that famous logo says. Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know, in my situation, do you really think it would go so easily? I was just getting to the good part. I just started a new business. Really? You started a business? Yeah, that's right. I was just going to put out a classified for new hires. Yeah, that's great and all, but is it really something I can do? Weren't you taking accounting classes in high school and didn't you get certified in something? Yeah, I'm surprised you remember. Actually, that's what I'm doing at my current job. Perfect! I was just looking for a good accountant. What do you say? Yeah, I'm in. When do I start? Okay, we're set. I'll contact you tomorrow and we can work out the details. We'll make secret plans to escape from that mother of yours. Okay, I'm counting on you, Sharon.
Hey, Mary, answer me! Today's payday, right? There's no deposit yet. What's going on? Mary, pick up, would you? Would you hurry up and answer?
Hello, Mother?
What took you so long? Did you have your phone turned off or something? I just checked your bank account. Your pay hasn't been deposited. What's up? What's wrong with that stupid company of yours? They screw up again. I want you to verify the situation with them right away. Do it now.
My pay has already been deposited.
Are you smoking something? I said I just checked and there is nothing. I was just at the bank and I tried to withdraw the money and there was nothing in there. Not a dime. Which obviously means it has not been deposited. Are you calling me a liar?
No, you're not lying. No money will be deposited into that account anymore.
Huh?
You know what, Mom? I found out all about your past.
Found out about what?
The reason why Dad left us was not because Dad cheated on you, but it was you who had an affair.
Huh? Where did you?
And also, I only recently learned of this, but the money, the child support that Dad paid you every month until I turned 20, I thought it was strange back then. but I was just a kid. I remember that I had to pay my own tuition by working a part-time job. I got to thinking, maybe you were using that money for yourself.
Who told you all this?
I talked to a bunch of people who knew you back in the day, and they told me the whole story. And about my monthly pay, I created a new account and had it all deposited there.
Huh? You can't do that. How am I supposed to live?
Not my problem.
I have debts to pay.
Debts, huh? I was afraid it was something like that. Debts? Yeah, makes sense.
Give me the details of the new account. I expect your bank book on the kitchen table tonight.
No way.
Mary, how can you refuse your mother? Have you forgotten all that I have done for you, supported you all these years?
You mean someone who makes their daughter work and takes all her money and treats her like dirt?
How could you say that?
It's the truth, isn't it? So, I don't want anything to do with you, forever.
You never want to see your own mother again.
Yes, that's right, actually. I already moved out and already settled into my new place. And I already quit my job, so no use going over there to cause trouble.
Mary, how could you? At least have your retirement pay deposited into the account. That's the least you could do.
I already set up my new account, so that's not possible.
Well, have them change it right away.
No, I'm just not going to do it. I'm through taking orders from you.
How am I supposed to live from now on? You can't do this.
Well, I guess you're just going to have to get a job.
You're the one who has to work for me.
Didn't you hear me the first time? I said I don't want anything to do with you.
Mary!
Goodbye, Mother. Well, that was it after that little chat online. I blocked all calls from her after that. I heard what happened afterwards from my relatives. Apparently, my mom got a live-in job that her brother introduced her to, but I heard she just couldn't get along with the people she worked with, and apparently is having a hard time socializing. Someone said she was even losing her hair over it. As for me, I moved to another state and currently work at Sharon's new company. According to Sharon, there are many people out there that go through the same experience with their parents: parental abuse, dysfunctional families that function like cults, like my mom. I'm forever grateful to Sharon for saving me from such an abusive mom. I'm currently saving money so I can take Sharon on a trip to Hawaii. It's the least I can do for saving me from that dismal life.
Vanessa, where are you? Answer now! Vanessa! Oh, hello. It's been a while. And why's that? Oh, I remember. Because you haven't messaged me for 2 whole goddamn months. Good grief, young lady. Huh? Don't give me huh? I don't need to hear attitude from you. I still, you see, got no awareness of the fact that you're a wife of this household. No, but when your mother-in-law kindly goes out of her way to message you, you put whatever you're doing aside and respond immediately. That's one of the rules you live by as my son's wife. If you understand, please be more mindful next time. I am not done speaking yet. Quit your butting in and listen to what your mother-in-law has to say. Oh. Firstly, I recently saw a new apartment you two got together for the first time. The place you went to live after you moved out. Our new apartment? And my God! You haven't been doing the housework at all, have you? The room was filthy. There were clothes scattered all over the floor and tissues left tossed all over the place. You didn't even wash the pots and pans. I've never seen such a sorry state. How can you call that place a home? There were sweet wrappers and ready meal hamburger boxes overflowing out of the garbage all over the floor. Not to mention the mountain of empty beer cans on the table. My little Timmy doesn't drink alcohol, so they could only be yours. They were, weren't they? Admit it! No, I have allergies and come out in rashes when I drink alcohol. Be quiet, young lady. I did not give you permission to speak. Oh, sorry. To top it all off, the place was caked in dust. You haven't been vacuuming at all, have you? I only allowed you to continue working after you got married because you said you'd have no problem juggling your work with the housework. But if you're not capable of looking after your husband, I suggest you resign immediately so you can focus on your womanly duties. This is why women should be stay-at-home housewives once they married. Are you finished now? What? You appear to be making a lot of misconceptions, so allow me to correct you. Don't talk back to me, young lady. Me and Tim are already divorced. Yes, I'm aware of that. Huh? If you know, why are you throwing around words like mother-in-law and wife? Why wouldn't I? Come on, Vanessa. Please use your brain for once. Even if you're divorced, as long as you and my little Timmy are living together, you're still his wife, and you still have a role to fulfill in our family. It's your sacred duty and obligation to serve your husband with devotion and loyalty, and to display the proper respect towards me, your mother-in-law. Do you have any idea how little sense what you're saying makes? The fact that we're divorced already makes us strangers now. We stopped being a couple and started leading separate lives the moment the divorce was finalized. Which is why any notion that I have to look after or fulfill my womanly duties towards him are ridiculous. Plain and simple. I already warned you, young lady. Don't talk back to your mother-in-law. I'm not talking back. I'm having a normal conversation with you like a reasonable human being. Reasonable? Which part? Let me say it once more. I'll make it crystal clear this time to help you understand. Any woman who doesn't look after her husband is a failure of a wife. If you can't keep on top of the housework while working, then hurry up and quit your job already. How about I contact your company and tell them you've decided to step down to focus on being a housewife? No, stop it. I don't think there's any danger of them taking a resignation declared by some stranger over the phone seriously. But I don't want to cause them any inconvenience. Then just quit now while you still got some dignity left. Let's face it, after seeing how lazy you are at home, you're probably a burden to them too. I'm not a burden, actually. I'm a high-valued employee, and besides, if I want to quit, I wouldn't be able to make ends meet. Oh, don't talk such nonsense. Are you seriously saying that my little Timmy's salary alone isn't enough to keep you going? But I already told you, we're not living that kind of life together anymore. I think what you meant to say is that you're a shameful disappointment of a wife. Looking after the household by skillfully managing the finances is a wife's duty. But we already divorced, and I'm not his wife anymore. How many times do I have to say it? Lord, give me strength. Give it a rest. You're like a broken record. Just because you're divorced doesn't mean you can start neglecting the housework and living like swamp rats. Oh, my poor Timmy. In that case, you're wasting your time. I live in a different state now. What? My company offered me a transfer as soon as the divorce went through. So I took them up on it and moved out of the state. Good grief! A wife who goes off on solo business ventures away from her family? I've never heard anything so absurd in my life! Like I told you, I'm not your son's wife anymore, and you're not my family. Quit your job and come back immediately. Huh? That said, I may be firm, but I'm also kind, which is why I'm willing to grant you some leeway. Common sense dictates the resignation procedures usually take about a month. So I'm very kindly willing to give you 30 days to make the necessary arrangements and come back. I'll look after little Timmy in the meantime. So hurry up and quit your job and move back here so you can be by your side again. I told you, we're divorced. Quit talking nonsense! Now you're just arguing for argument's sake, young lady! Nonsense? You heard me! Hey, Tim. It's been a while. Is now a good time for you?
Is that Vanessa? Hey! Yeah, long time no see.
Sorry to message you despite us being divorced and all.
That's cool. Don't sweat it. It's not like we divorced because we don't get along. Maybe things will change when one of us finds someone else, but for the time being, there's no reason we can't message each other.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Thanks.
Anyway, what's up?
I want to speak to you about your mom.
Huh? My mom? She's not causing problems again, is she? Darn it.
Well, you could say she's causing problems. It's more that she doesn't listen to a word I say. It's like talking to a brick wall.
What happened?
Well, to sum it up, even if you're divorced, as long as you two live together, you're Tim's wife. And as long as you're his wife, you need to look after him. If you can't keep on top of the housework while working, then quit your job. That's basically the gist of it.
What did you say to her?
I told her that me and you are strangers since we divorced, and I keep insisting I'm not your wife anymore. So I have no obligation to do any of that. But she just keeps coming back at me with her favorite, I know you may be divorced, however, yada yada yada. The conversation goes nowhere because she ignores everything I say on a fundamental level. I give up.
Wow. I see she's just as stubborn and pig-headed as usual.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Just like always, she refers to you as her little Timmy. It's like you're an 8-year-old kid to her.
I'm a grown man, for crying out loud. Please, that's enough. This isn't good for my mental health.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does this still upset you?
Well, about that. As soon as our divorce went through, my dad also moved out, and now my parents are living separately.
Whoa, seriously?
Ever since then, her over-interfering in my life reached levels previously unimaginable. It got so bad I couldn't take it anymore. I was so desperate to get away from her. I sneaked out of the house in the middle of the night a week ago so I could finally be free of her.
I see. Sounds like it's been tough for you too, Tim.
My mom was the reason we divorced in the first place, after all. I felt so guilty about you having to put up with her. I thought at least if we divorced, you'd be able to escape from it all. But even that didn't work, did it? It would seem I underestimated her.
I'm fine, really. Don't worry about me. Actually, I got a transfer at the company, and I'm living far away in a different state now. There's no danger of her following me and causing me problems. In fact, she couldn't possibly.
Oh, really? I'm pleased to hear that.
More importantly, what about you, Tim? If anything, it sounds like things might be more difficult on your end.
Me?
Well, you see, your mom insisted she was gonna go over and start looking after you, since I was failing to fulfill my womanly duties towards you, what with working all the time. Which means she must know your current address?
What? But I didn't tell her!
Really? Based on the messages yesterday, I kinda got the impression she was already at your apartment. Is there a chance she found your new address somehow and sneaked in while you weren't home?
No. I really don't think that's possible.
You sure?
I got a transfer at work the other day too. I'm staying at a company-provided dormitory right now. The rules state that non-employees aren't allowed to enter without permission under any circumstances, even visiting family members. It's a long way from Mom's house. I don't think she could make it this far out, even if she did know my address.
I see. Huh.
Yeah. It's a mystery.
You can say that again.
Well, whatever. It's not like she can actually do anything to me.
You don't mind?
I have absolutely no intention of going back to the family home. I don't even read her messages these days. To be honest, I was thinking of blocking her soon. She can do what she likes. It's not my problem anymore. After everything that went down, for the sake of my mental health, I resolved never to tolerate her shenanigans ever again.
I see.
It's probably for the best you block her too, Vanessa. I may be her son, but you two are literally strangers now, so there's no reason you should have to put up with her irritating messages.
You make a good point. I couldn't help but feel a little wary about what she was planning on doing next. But actually, after keeping an eye on her a little while longer just to be safe, I think I'm gonna block her.
I think it's for the best. Anyway, I'm about to jump in the bath.
Sure. Thanks for today, Tim. Night-night.
Good night.
Vanessa! Answer! What the hell's going on? You've got some explaining to do. What do you mean? Some strange woman walked in while I was cleaning little Timmy's room. She yelled, "Who are you? What are you doing in my apartment?" Before I could even figure out what was going on, some middle-aged guy bolted in. They started shouting like crazed lunatics and threatened to call the police. They were saying such awful things to me, Vanessa. It was horrible. I was so startled, I ran to the bathroom and locked myself in. What's going on? Explain. Oh, no you didn't. Goodness me. There's no way. You didn't by chance enter a complete stranger's house, did you? Huh? Where are you right now? In the apartment in Anderby Town. What? Oh my god. That's not the room in the tower block called Comfort Heights, is it? Tell me it isn't! Yes, it is. What of it? Room 202. I came to clean this filthy mess of a room for my little Timmy since you were too busy playing the important office lady to fulfill your womanly duties. You and little Timmy are living together here, right? Why do you think that? Because there are 2 sets of plates and cutlery. But then this happened. I have no idea what's going on. Listen, Judy, that apartment you're in right now belonged to my aunt, who let me stay with her for about 10 days after me and Tim finished with the divorce proceedings. Wait, what? Your aunt? However, my aunt moved out a month ago. Based on what you're telling me, it seems like some new people moved in. But that doesn't make any sense! I found this address in my little Timmy's room. It was written in a notepad I found on his desk. He probably wrote it down when I told him where I was staying. Huh? I had a lot of stuff when I moved out, but I didn't want to hang around and get in his way for too long, so he said if I forgot anything, he'd send it later on in the post. Which is why I told him I'd be staying at my aunt's till the end of the month, and sent him her address. He probably just forgot to toss his old notepad in the trash. How can this be? I thought he wrote down his new address for me so I could come and see him. Oh my god. The only reason I didn't try following him when he disappeared in the night is because I thought knowing his address, I could go and see him whenever I wanted. If this isn't his apartment, where's my little Timmy right now? Tell me now. Nope, sorry. I don't even know myself. I know you're lying. What kind of wife doesn't know where her husband lives? That just doesn't happen. Like I said, me and your son are no longer married. And like I said, even if you are divorced, want to know the reason why we got divorced, Judy? Because of you! What? Me? Tim hates how you meddle in his life all the time. He told me you've been babying him and interfering with basically everything he ever does since he was a teenager. Then, when we married, you started acting like some kind of dictator trying to turn me into his personal slave. I was to cater to his every whim at all times, regardless of what I wanted. He blamed himself and his mental health took a turn for the worst. He stopped eating. He could barely sleep. He became a shell of his old self because of what you were putting me through. After a long, difficult decision, me and him decided that a divorce would be the best way to reduce the burden on both of us. So that's where we are now. Oh my god! I just wanted my cherished, beloved Timmy to be happy! Is that a crime? He's the one who said he hates you interfering. You drove your son to the emotional and psychological brink with your psychotic behavior. Does that sound like happiness to you? Oh my god! What is this? I didn't even... Anyway, is everything alright? What do you mean? I seem to remember you saying something about being locked in a stranger's bathroom. This is bad! I can hear police cars outside! That tends to happen when you illegally enter strangers' homes. Firstly, as for how my ex-mother-in-law managed to get into a stranger's apartment, it turned out the couple who were living in there forgot to lock the door when they both went out for work, so she was able to creep in unnoticed. She found a key they left out on the table and took it upon herself to have a copy made at a local locksmith. She returned to the empty apartment for several consecutive days while its inhabitants worked, where she continued diligently looking after her son. Eventually, she ran into the poor, unsuspecting couple one day as they came back from work. Naturally, she caused the police a major nuisance when they were swiftly dispatched to deal with the strange woman hiding in our bathroom. The incident ultimately ended up being the straw that broke the camel's back when my ex-father-in-law, from whom she had been living separately, finally divorced her. Apparently, she broke down into tears screaming, "I don't want to be alone!" Not even knowing where her beloved little Timmy had moved away to. Her own parents were no longer around, and she didn't have a soul in the world to rely on. Thus began her life alone. Now I'm living happily in an apartment my company provided for me when I transferred. I did get one last message before I blocked her, bemoaning how she cries herself to sleep every night because of me. Oh well.
Hi, it's been a while.
Oh, is that my Indy? It really has been a long time. I was worried, darling. You haven't messaged me in almost half a year. How are you? Are you eating properly? Is work going all right?
Yeah, it's not too bad, I guess. I'm still only in my second year at the company, so there's always new stuff to remember. That's why I've been too busy to message you.
Really? That sounds tough. Be careful you don't overwork yourself. I don't want you getting sick, sweetie. Are you okay for money? What about rice and vegetables? Do you have enough? I can send you some money or food parcels if you like. Just say the word and it's done. I can't afford to give you lots, but I'll send whatever I can.
Nah, I'm fine. I have a job and make my own money now. Besides, I can buy my own rice and vegetables. You don't have to go out of your way to send me anything. I'm fine on my own. I don't really eat much of that sort of these things anyway.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm really happy to hear you're doing well, honey. But if you ever do need anything, you will tell me, won't you? I'd really like it if you just showed your face at the house sometimes, too. Even if it's just for Christmas and birthdays. I miss you, you know?
Listen, Mom, I have something more important to talk about. Do you mind if we change the subject?
Oh, of course. Look at me getting all overexcited not letting you get a word in edgeways. Of course, honey. Go ahead. What is it?
Well, it's like this. I'm getting married.
What? Married?
Yeah, to my boyfriend. We met at a work party. That was a year ago, though. We've been dating ever since. I never told you about him.
Wow, Indy, I can't believe it. I'm so happy for you. I can't tell you how much this means to me. I'll admit I'm a little surprised, but let me assure you, I'll be celebrating for you tonight with a glass of red.
The wedding's planned for 6 months from now, but the thing is, I don't want you to come.
What?
My fiancé is the son of a very rich man who runs a major company. He's intelligent, has a great personality, is good at his job. He's just amazing. I couldn't ask for more. His parents, too. They're kind, always look smart and well-dressed, are stinking rich, and are just all-around wonderful people. I'd be so ashamed to admit to such a decent, respectable people that I was raised in a single-mother household. To tell you the truth, just the thought of them finding out makes me feel sick. That's why I told them I have no parents, and don't know a single one of my relatives.
Indy, why are you saying these things? Why would you do that? Oh my god.
I've always hated you. You're scruffy and unkempt. You have no fashion sense. You slave away at your minimum wage job to bring home what amounts to nothing more than pocket change. I hated that cheap, shabby old house we lived in, too. I could never bring friends over because I felt so embarrassed. I hated it all.
What?
I had to endure so much, and the moment I tried to complain, I was told that it just couldn't be helped because we were poor. My clothes and school supplies were always either secondhand or handouts from people in the neighborhood. Throughout my whole childhood, I don't remember ever being bought anything that was actually new. You never came to sports days or parent evenings because you always had to put so many hours in that crappy job of yours. I was so lonely. I felt absolutely pathetic.
It's true, I was always busy with work, and you did have to endure things most other children didn't. Which meant I didn't always have the time to give you the attention you deserved, and I understand that must have made you feel very isolated and lonely. I accept everything you say. I'm so sorry, Indy, truly I am. But all of it, everything I did was so that one day I could afford to send you to a good college. I did it all with your future in mind. I did it because I wanted you to lead a happy, fulfilling life.
I never asked you to do any of that for me. This is just patronizing. You put me through all that and then have the nerve to act like you were doing me a favor?
Indy.
I guess I am grateful that you sent me to a good college. It did mean I was deprived of a normal childhood, though. I'd either be stuck in my room studying or out working part-time while all my friends were out having fun and meeting people. Without going to college, I wouldn't have landed my current job or met my fiancé. I guess all things considered, on balance, I am willing to call it even. That means there's no ill will, but no positive sentiment either, a flat zero. I guess that makes us more or less strangers. I think it's time for me to cut you out of my life.
Cut me out of your life? Why?
I'm gonna be the wife of the CEO of a major company before long. That means I'm moving up in the world. You, on the other hand, are still broke, still working that crappy job, still in that decrepit old house. How can I let people know you're my mom? It's embarrassing. Me and you are a mismatch. Socially, financially, we just don't mesh. You get me? That's why I'm cutting you out of my life. Never attempt to contact me again. This is my chance to finally be happy and live the life I always dreamed of. Don't you dare get in my way.
I see. If that's what you want, Indy, then there's nothing I can say. It's your life and you should live it as you see fit. But please, just remember that I'm about to tell you. Your mother will always love you, and I wish for you nothing but happiness.
Who are you? I don't have a mom. Hey, how's it going? It's Indy.
Indy, it's been forever. It must have been, what, 2 years by now? How have you been? How's married life? Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm doing okay, thanks. Listen, there's something I want to let you know, or rather ask of you.
Oh, of course. There's something I want to let you know too, Indy. I'm getting remarried.
Huh?
You see, I felt like a weight had been lifted from my shoulders after you went off to live your life. I suddenly felt filled with energy. so I committed to building a new life for myself. I started going to a local ballroom dance club in the neighborhood last year. I've been toying with the idea of giving it a try since forever, but I was so busy with work I never really got the chance.
You? Ballroom dancing?
I know, right? I had my doubts about it working out at my age, too. But when I plucked up the courage and actually went, I had a whale of a time. I made lots of friends there, too. Now we all go out for drinks regularly. Anyway, me and one of my dance partners started getting along really well. We realized we had the same interests, similar personalities. His name's Donald Silverstein. His wife passed away 3 years ago, and all of his children have flown the nest and have their own lives to lead now. So he currently lives on his own. After we hit it off at the dance club, he invited me out to dinner. Then we got together, and after we dated for a while, he got down on one knee, popped the question, and asked if I'd do him the honor of spending the rest of my life with him. Isn't it just amazing? That's why, from next year onward, I'll be called Louise Silverstein.
Just hold on a sec. Does Donald by any chance have a really, really big house? Or should I say a mansion? 3 floors, acres of garden complete with tennis courts and fountains? Huge, grand, and magnificent?
Huh? How did you know? You're right, though. That's my Donald you're talking about. I actually went to his house for the first time recently after he proposed to me. It really is as amazing as you say. I almost fainted when I saw the gold-encrusted chandeliers. Luckily, his butler noticed I looked woozy and offered me a seat.
His daughter was one of my classmates. Abigail Silverstein was her name. She tried to keep it on the down low, but everyone knew her dad was filthy rich. Word around school was he was a billionaire.
If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably true. But I'm not marrying Donald for his money. It was his kindness and loyalty that I fell for. Neither of us are exactly spring chickens anymore, and we decided not to go into the trouble of having a wedding. But Donald will be holding a big dinner at his place. All of his kids will be there, so I get to meet everyone while we all celebrate the occasion with some food and drinks.
Really? Actually, this is perfect. Make sure you send me, my husband, and his parents an invite to the dinner, okay?
What? Why?
Well, the thing is, my husband found out about you. He found out I was lying about not having any parents. He also knows I was raised by a single mother and that I broke off contact with you. Him and his parents were furious when they found out. How could you be so cruel to your poor mother after she worked so hard to send you to college? You disgust me, to quote my husband.
Really? I see.
Now, him and his parents are giving me the cold shoulder. And the image of the perfect bride I worked so hard to cultivate was smashed to pieces in an instant. Nothing's been the same since. He says he doesn't even know whether he wants to carry on. Divorce was mentioned. That's why I want me and you to build some bridges. Actually, that's why I messaged you today.
Build some bridges? By that, I take it you mean you want to reconcile and have me back in your life.
Yeah, that's it. Let's do that. I need my husband and his parents to see that me and you patch things up and have a normal relationship. They have to know you forgave me too. That part's important. I think I can make them see that. He'll stop thinking about divorce. Besides, if you're married now, I'm not so embarrassed about introducing you anyway. Especially now you bagged yourself a billionaire. If anything, I'm actually excited. You're gonna score me some major points by having a husband that rich. Plus, I think me being related to someone like Donald can only be a good thing. Now that I think about it, the merits are endless. So what do you think? You'll invite us, won't you? Pretty please, with a cherry on top? Think of it as helping your daughter out.
Oh, Indy, you see, the thing is, you're not my problem anymore.
Huh? What does that mean?
It means no. Why should I let you use my wedding dinner to get you out of being divorced? Me and Donald aren't your own personal tools to be used and manipulated as you see fit. You're an adult now. You have a job. You're married. You're well past the age where I fix your problems for you. You got yourself into this mess, so how about you get yourself out of it? You can't go relying on your mommy forever.
No, wait, please. Why not?
What do you mean, why not? Because you reap what you sow, Indy. Liars always get found out. I mean, seriously, what did you expect to happen when you told your husband and his family you were an orphan? This was inevitable. And isn't it just a tad selfish of you to expect me to come crawling back to you the moment it suits you? After you cut me out of your life to present some phony, made-up image of yourself to your new family. I'd be embarrassed to introduce a daughter as shallow as you to my Donald.
Oh my god, if you don't invite us, he might divorce me. All you have to do is let us show our faces for a few minutes. We'll leave after you meet him and his parents, I swear. Didn't you say you wish for nothing but happiness for me?
It's true, I certainly did say that, and it's still true. But it's ultimately just that, a wish. I never once said I'd have anything to do with you again. Happiness is something you have to obtain on your own.
Oh my god, come on, I'm begging you here. Do you have any idea how much trouble I'll be in if he divorces me? How hard I worked to get to where I am today? I finally managed to marry into money after all these years. This can't be how it ends. It can't! Mom, please, I'm begging you.
Who are you again? I'm terribly sorry, but I forgot.
What are you talking about, Mom? We were talking normally until just now. Mom!
Mom? Oh, that's strange. I don't have a daughter.
Indy messaged me non-stop after that, but I completely ignored her. She showed no sign of giving up, so I had no choice but to block her in the end. I sold the house to move in with Donald, and with that, the cutting of ties was complete. After that, I got a message from Indy's husband. It said, "Please forgive me and my family for our rudeness. We would have contacted you immediately had we known about you." I thought it was a nice apology. Indy's relationship fell apart over the whole lying about being an orphan thing. Eventually, just as she feared, her husband divorced her. He kicked her out in the streets, and she had no choice but to move into the cheap old apartment she stayed back in college. Her standard of living was suddenly in the gutter, and with her life crashing and burning before her eyes, she was forced into long hours of overtime to keep up with the rent and student loan repayments. I also apologized to her ex-husband for the stress and inconvenience my daughter had caused him and his family. Since then, I haven't had contact with Indy, or anyone involved with later. A year later, me and Donald tied the knot. He and his kids are just darlings who are so very kind to me. I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life, and I'm filled with optimism for the future.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Natasha? I really have to talk to you about something. If you see these messages, please get back to me. It's really serious. I heard that you were going to be quitting your job at my dad's company. Is that really true? I guess this means that I finally won't have to look at your ugly face anymore, you poor little orphan.
Bianca, it is just so lovely to hear from you too.
It's not like everyone didn't already hate you at the office, though. I bet everyone will be so happy to see you gone.
Well, this is the first that I'm hearing about losing my job, actually. I assume this has something to do with those documents that were causing so much trouble earlier, though, right?
Oh, you mean I'm the one getting to break the news to you? This makes it even better. Consider this your notice that you're going to be kicked out and left jobless. You really should have been more responsible with your work laptop, you know. I mean, sending customers those weird emails, what else did you think was going to happen? And the way you let the fountain pen that your parents got you so ruined that you had to throw it away? You really aren't a responsible person, now are you? Oh, wait a second, I just forgot. I was the one who made all of that happen.
I don't get it, Bianca. Why would you want to do something like this to me?
Because you're nothing but a pathetic little orphan, and even just seeing your face was enough to ruin my whole day.
I really don't think that that's a good reason to have done any of that personally.
Well, I don't care what you think, since my plan worked, and now you're going to be out of here forever. Back to the streets with you, you little urchin.
Wait a second. I think I know what this is about now. You do know that I'm not actually being fired, right?
What are you talking about? I heard that you're going to be leaving the office. It has to be because of all my scheming that I did to ruin your life and career, right?
No, sorry. I'm leaving the office, but it's only because I got a better offer from a different company. I'm leaving to a new office where I'm starting a new job. I'll be out of your hair by the next week, though. Don't worry.
Wait, I don't understand. You're not actually serious about this, are you?
Yep, totally serious. Anyways, if this is all that you wanted to talk to me about, I hope I've cleared up any misunderstandings you might have had. I have to keep packing up my stuff, so I'm gonna need to go now.
Hold on a second. What? This can't be happening. I refuse to believe it. You mean to tell me that some pathetic little orphan like you was offered a better job than my dad's company was offering? You won't get away with this, you little nobody. Run all you like, but you can't escape who you really are.
Hey, Natasha, how have you been? I feel like it's been a while since I've heard from my long-lost sister.
Hey, Sam, it's really nice to hear from you. I'm doing well, thanks for asking. Just keeping on with the usual business. How are things going with you?
Well, actually, I have some really big news I wanted to share with you.
Oh, really? What could it be?
I'm gonna be getting married. Isn't that exciting? I'm so happy, and you're one of the first people that I've told.
Really? You're engaged? That's so exciting to hear. Congratulations. That's amazing news, Sam.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy that you're excited for me. I can't believe it's all really happening.
I just really can't believe that my tiny little brother is getting married. It's enough to bring a tear to my eye.
Tiny? Come on now, what's that about? I'm taller than you, you know? But then again, I guess I am 7 years younger than you, and I guess I do have to admit that I was always a shrimp until a couple years into high school when I shot up.
I'm sorry. It really was just a joke. I guess it's just that whenever I think of you, I can't help but remember you as my tiny baby brother that I had when we were in the orphanage.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, when you were 3 years old, you were adopted and got to leave the orphanage. That was the last time I saw you for a long, long time. Meanwhile, I was there until I turned 18 and graduated from high school. Then I was out on my own. I think that by the next time we met, you were in college doing an internship at the company that my husband owns. When he was telling me about some of the new interns that arrived, he mentioned your name and I realized that he was talking about you. I was so excited to finally get to meet you again. And when I finally saw you, you were all grown up. It still makes me really emotional to think about, actually.
Sis, I know we've been through a lot on our own, but I really am happy that we're back in each other's lives now.
Me too, Sam. So I take it that you've already told your parents about your engagement then, right?
Yeah, I sent them a voice message telling them the big news. They were really busy with a meeting or something and couldn't pick up the phone, but they said that they would start looking into wedding preparations.
And so, who is the lucky girl getting to marry my little brother? I would love to hear all about her. Where did you two meet? What's her job? What's her name?
Whoa, just hold on a second there. Let me send you a picture to start with, and we can take those questions one at a time.
Wait, this person is your fiancé?
Yeah? Why? Is there something wrong with her? And what's up with that response?
This girl wouldn't happen to be named Bianca, would she?
Whoa, that was either an incredible guess or you must know her. I'm gonna guess that it's the latter though, right?
Yeah, I do know her, actually. She's the daughter of the company president at the last job that I had. I knew her the whole time that I was working there.
Whoa, what a small world. That's actually so crazy. Actually, Bianca and I have been friends for a really long time, and I've known her since elementary school. We've basically been together in some shape or form through all of our lives. Although, I never thought that we would actually end up together like a couple. Actually, if I'm being honest, it was our parents who arranged for us to get married.
Hold on a second. Your parents set you up with an arranged marriage?
I know that is weird and super old-fashioned and all, but Bianca's family and my parents are all very rich, and I guess that's just how they wanted to do things. Besides, since Bianca and I were such close friends already, I guess it just made sense for them to push us together. I think that both sets of parents were worried about someone trying to marry their children just to get their hands on the family fortune, and this was their way of working around that.
I see. I guess when you have that much money, you can't just get married like normal people do. There's a lot more to take into account there.
But of course, it's not like Bianca and I haven't been dating at all before this. We've been together official for about a year now, and we also agreed that getting married to each other is something we want to do.
Right, well, as long as you're putting your emotions first in all this. After all, this is a really big life decision, and I just want to make sure that you're remembering to take into account your own feelings.
Of course, yeah. I know it's weird, but this really is something that I want to do. Also, both our families are going to be having dinner together soon, and my dad suggested that you come along since we're back in each other's lives now. I'll send you the details once they've all been worked out, but I'd love to see you there.
Right, yeah. I'm really looking forward to it.
Hello, Natasha. It was quite the surprise seeing you at the dinner table this evening.
Hi, Bianca. Yes, I very much felt the same way, to be honest.
I mean, who would have guessed that you were Sam's older sister? Sometimes this world really is just too small, isn't it?
Oh, I agree with you there big time. Here, I thought I'd put so much of my past behind me, and yet... Anyways, Sam and I have been in contact for some time and meet up every now and then. I take it that from now on, there might be other times where the three of us are together, so hopefully we can get along. If not for us, then for Sam's sake, right?
What the heck are you talking about? You think you're part of this marriage at all? You were left behind at the orphanage while your brother was adopted. You're not part of either of our families as far as I'm concerned. You're just a nobody. By the way, I also heard that you had an older brother. Is that right?
Yes, I do have an older brother. But when our parents died, he was already 18 and working, so he didn't go into the orphanage. And Sam was adopted out of there when he was just 3 years old. So I was the only one of my siblings in the orphanage until I turned 18 myself.
So even though all three of you are related by blood, you've basically gotten to spend no time with either of your brothers for most of your life, right? That means that you're no one to either of them. And it also means that you're not going to be invited to our wedding.
You can't be serious about this. That's just ridiculous, Bianca.
I'm sorry, but I just don't think we have room to let in strangers into our special day. The wedding is going to be all about Sam and I certainly don't want someone like you butting in and making a mess of things. Got it?
I wasn't going to butt into anything, Bianca, but I did really want to be there and get to watch my little brother get married.
And I'm telling you that just the thought of you being there makes me not want to have a wedding at all. So get it through your head now that this isn't going to happen. I simply refuse to have some little street urchin running around and ruining my wedding.
Bianca, I really think that you're taking this whole thing just a little bit too far right now.
And I don't think that I'm taking it far enough since you don't seem to be getting the message. I don't care if Sam begs you to be at the wedding. I want you to come up with some excuse for why you won't be there.
Hey sis, I just wanted to double check about the wedding. Are you really sure that you're not going to be able to make it no matter what? You know that it would really mean a lot if you could somehow fit it in your schedule.
I know, Sam. I really do wish that I could be there as well, trust me. But it's just that something's come up and I just really don't know if my husband and I are going to be able to make it there. I think it'll just be to trick with everything else that's been going on.
Well, I understand that you must be really busy, but can I at least ask what it is that's keeping you from coming?
Well, I suppose this is a good time as any to tell you that I've entered my second trimester.
Your second trimester? Are you trying to tell me that you're pregnant right now?
That's right. It's actually my second pregnancy, but yeah.
I had no idea. That's amazing. This is seriously huge news to me.
I really am sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I just figured that you would be so busy with all the wedding stuff that I didn't want to burden you with anything else to think about until it was over.
Burden me? Are you kidding? I think this is fantastic news. I'm so happy for you, Nat. Well, then if you're dealing with that, I completely understand why you wouldn't be able to attend the wedding. I just wish that you would have told me sooner. But please, keep me updated about this, huh? I'm so excited to meet my new niece or nephew.
Of course, Sam. I'll be sure to do that, and thank you so much for understanding. I really appreciate it.
So I take it that you finally convinced Sam that you absolutely wouldn't be able to come to our wedding, right? But I was thinking, I kind of wanted to see just what kind of place you lived in, since I heard you were having a kid. I expected some kind of rundown shack that was barely even standing, but I had no idea that you lived in a house this massive.
Bianca, I really would appreciate it if you stopped trying to bully me all the time. It is getting to be just a little old, and I have better things I should be worrying about.
Excuse me? What did you just say to me? You have seriously got some nerve talking to me like that. Did you forget who I am and who you are?
Well, you started it, so I think it's more than fair that I ask you to stop. I mean, we're both adults, and I'd hope we just talk this out. But I know that it's you who's been coming to my house all the time and leaving all those creepy messages in my mailbox. Not only that, but you graffitied the fence I have around my house, too. What on earth prompted you to do that?
Like I said, you've got some real nerve trying to complain to me about that. Just who do you think you are being so poor and living in that house that huge? You think you're better than me just because you have such a nice place? Consider it my way of putting you back down where you belong.
Sorry, you committed vandalism because you're jealous of my house? Am I understanding that right?
It's all part of my grand plan to get you kicked out of the neighborhood. Soon there are going to be rumors flying around about why it's only your house that gets targeted, and then people are going to see you as a threat to the whole neighborhood.
I really don't think that's how this is going to work at all. If anything, you're just setting yourself up to get in some really big trouble.
Me? Get in trouble? Are you forgetting who my family is? Of course, I wouldn't expect a nobody like you to understand just who they're dealing with when it comes to me. You really must think the world revolves around you, though. If you think that anyone is going to care about what I do to your house, I can do whatever I want, and there's not a single thing you can do about it. Besides, you should be more concerned about your baby than your house. You need to be finding a new place to live soon, don't you think? Because I'm not going to stop until you move so far away that I won't ever have to think about you ever again. And don't even bother trying to tattle on me to Sam. I know that you don't have any proof, so there's no way that he would ever believe you.
I don't have any proof, you say? That's funny because my security camera I have around the house show quite clearly that it is you doing all of this.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
I mean the cameras I have under the eaves of my house as well as the doorbell camera. They're all on automatic sensors and they pick up when someone steps on my property.
Hold on a second. You have cameras all over your house?
Did you really think that you were going to get away with all this so easily?
No. You have got to be kidding me.
Natasha, are you there? I just want to say that I'm so sorry.
Sam? Hey there. What is this about? What are you sorry for?
Well, I heard it all from my boss, your husband, that is. He told me that Bianca was coming to your guy's house and vandalizing it, and leaving creepy messages in your mailbox and doing all kinds of horrible things. I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry for not knowing about this before, but also I wanted to tell you that the wedding is off.
You're canceling your wedding? Sam, are you sure about this?
Of course I am. I've talked to my parents as well as Bianca's, and we all agree that it's for the best. And if Bianca is trying to pin whatever happens for her next on you, just know that you don't have anything to do with it at all.
Natasha, get out here right now. Can't you hear me ringing your doorbell? Come out and face me like a woman right this instant. I am not going to leave until we've had a moment to talk face to face. I'm serious, Natasha. I can stand here all day long if you want me to. Get out here right now.
Oh, hey there, Bianca. What seems to be the problem?
You are going to come outside, and you and I are going to my wedding venue right now.
Sorry, what is this about? I think I'm a little confused.
Oh, shut up and come with me. I mean, please come with me to my wedding. I really want you to take me there.
Your wedding? I'm still just not getting it. Sorry.
Please, I'm begging you here.
I'm sorry, but you can ring the doorbell all you like. No one is going to come out. I'm at my in-laws' house right now, so...
You mean to tell me that you're not even home?
Yeah, I'm at my husband's parents' house right now. In fact, it was Sam who suggested that I go there to be safe from you for a while.
Tell me where they live. Tell me where you are right now.
I'll go and see you there. Bianca, I just thought you should know that I got a text from one of my neighbors. They said that there's a crazy lady in a wedding dress who's leaving her car idling in front of my house and screaming to herself. That wouldn't happen to be you, would it?
Of course it's me. Who else would it be? Now tell me where you are.
Isn't it kind of difficult moving around in that big dress, though?
Just tell me where you are so that I can take you to my wedding. I'm not going to get married unless you're there. Now hurry up and tell me where you are.
Sorry, but Sam told me there wasn't even going to be a wedding.
Well, there will be if I have you to force Sam back together with me.
That makes me want to go with you even less, Bianca. Besides, I already know that your wedding plans are canceled, and that both your and Sam's parents know about that. So I don't really see what the point of going with you would even be if there isn't going to be a wedding.
There will be a wedding!
Do you know why your parents agreed to cancel the wedding?
What are you talking about?
Well, my husband signed a contract with your father's company, and now the two are very close business partners. So, when my husband threatened to end the deal because of what you were doing to us, your father immediately agreed to cancel the wedding. Otherwise, he would have lost some serious money.
No, that can't be right. You're lying to me.
Actually, there's one more thing. You remember that I have an older brother too, right? Well, he's actually the largest shareholder of your mom's cosmetics business. I actually didn't know about this until recently, but he also agreed to pull out his business if the wedding wasn't stopped.
So then, you mean that your husband and your brother also have connections with my family? That can't be right. What are the odds of that? And why are such huge shareholders in both my parents' companies? Are you really telling me that my whole family would be poor if I married Sam?
It certainly sounds that way, yes.
But that can't be right. You're a nobody. Just a street urchin.
I don't know why you think the circumstances of my birth should control how I live the rest of my life. That just doesn't make any sense at all. So, in the end, Sam and Bianca didn't end up getting married, and I had my second child without incident. As for Bianca, my husband sued her for all her vandalism and harassment. She was forced to pay a fine by the court to cover the cleaning cost, as well as make reparations for emotional damage. On top of that, both Sam and her parents agreed to make her pay for all the wedding plans which were canceled without refund. In the end, she had to pay a total of over $1 million, and instead of offering any help, Bianca's parents disinherited her. By the time this was all over, they only saw her as a huge liability to their fortunes. I hear that Bianca is trying to make it on her own now, but it'll be a long time before she truly understands what it means to earn her way through life.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Mom, did you stuff vacation pamphlets into our mailbox again? I don't see any reason for you to be upset, dear. I simply thought that they would come in handy while you two plan your honeymoon, that's all. You completely filled our mailbox with them. Please stop doing that. The mailman constantly has to ring our doorbell to give us our mail because he can't fit it in the mailbox. I'd rather you stop giving us those pamphlets altogether, but could you at least just set them on the front doorstep instead? I was only trying to be helpful. Regardless of your intentions, it's getting out of hand. Am I clear? Don't put them in our mailbox anymore. That reminds me, have you decided on a destination for your honeymoon yet? We're still thinking about it. Why do you ask? What? You mean you haven't decided yet? But it's been 6 months since your wedding. Yeah, well, Sam and I are both busy with work, and our schedules are pretty hard to coordinate, so... Oh, and that wedding. Even after I went to the trouble of planning a beautiful wedding for the two of you from top to bottom, you didn't use any of my ideas. I was so shocked. Weddings are for the bride and groom, Mom, not their parents. We planned our wedding the way we wanted. That's normal. Not to mention the wedding you planned was unbelievably extravagant. A $30,000 dress? $500 per plate at the reception? Who do you think we are, the Kardashians? You could have taken out a loan. Plenty of couples do that these days. I am not going to spend so much on a wedding that we're never going to be able to afford to buy a house, Mom. Look, we've been through all of this before, and I'm tired of having this conversation. I need to get back to work now. Since you were insensitive enough to disregard my wedding plans, I expect you to at least take my honeymoon plan into account, understand? My travel sense is impeccable. A vacation planned by me is worth more than money. This is our honeymoon, so we will plan it in the way we want to. End of discussion. Nonsense! You said yourself that you haven't decided on anything yet. It's clearly far too much for you to handle by yourselves. Listen, dear, a honeymoon is an important step for a new couple. It sets the mood for the rest of your marriage, creates memories that will last a lifetime. But you still haven't even decided on a location, much less transportation and lodging. Is this how you want your marriage to start, with indecision and procrastination? We're starting our marriage with thoughtful planning and deep discussion between the two of us, but thanks for your concern. We'll take a look at the pamphlets you gave us, okay? Is that enough to satisfy you? We'll see. Let me know when you've finalized your plans. I'll let you know whether or not they're up to snuff. Frankly, I'm not interested in your opinion. Excuse me? Like I said, I need to get back to work. Goodbye.
Hey, Sally. I just made it to the hotel fine and got checked in.
Thanks for letting me know, Sam. I hope you enjoy your business trip. I'll do my best. Travel's nice, but when it's for business, meh. By the way, I just realized that my mom sent me a text. She said you complained about her stuffing our mailbox with a bunch of travel pamphlets again.
Don't tell me she was getting on your case about our honeymoon again.
Yeah, she was. She took it to a new level this time, too. It looked like that mailbox was about to burst at the seams from all those pamphlets.
Unreal. I'm sorry you had to deal with that.
I took a look at them, thinking maybe there might be a chance that one of them might be interesting, but they're all guided tours with a private guide who goes with us everywhere. Why would we want a third wheel on our honeymoon?
That reminds me. My dad told me before that my mum had booked that exact same kind of tour for their honeymoon. Dad said it completely destroyed the mood. The two of them never had any privacy at all, with the guide constantly with them, at restaurants, parks, stores, etc. But it sounded like Mum enjoyed it, at least.
You think that's why she's pushing it on us? Because she had such a good time with it?
Yeah, probably. For her part, it's not like we've told her what sort of honeymoon we had in mind. But then again, even if we did tell her, I'm sure she had just managed to find a way to barge in on us. So it's probably best we just keep her completely in the dark.
It's crazy that you're so comfortable talking about your own mother like that.
Hey, it's the truth. Just the way my mum is. She's always been. Once she gets an idea in her head about something, she has to inject herself into it, even if it has absolutely nothing to do with her. That's why I never told her about, well, you know what.
Ah, that. Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't spill the beans to her about that. But are you sure you're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm sure. I talked to my dad who knows all about it, and he gave me his blessing to keep it between us, so yeah. Let's just continue to do that.
Okay, well, as long as you're okay with it. Hello there, Sally. Today's the big day, isn't it? I bet you're so excited. I know I am. Huh? What should I be excited about? Oh, come now, dear. Are you still going to keep the act up? I know you were trying your best to keep me out of the loop, but you've underestimated me. I know everything. Mom, I seriously have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, well, you can go ahead and be that way. It doesn't change the fact that I know everything. Could you please stop talking like that and just tell me what you think it is I should be excited about? I'll see you soon! Sally, where are you? You need to come and pick me up from the airport. I'm waiting. What? What do you mean, the airport? Where are you? Okinawa! Where else? Okinawa? You mean in Japan? Which hotel will we be staying at? I hope you picked the one I recommended. The buffet breakfast looked phenomenal. You're not making any sense. Come on, Sally, I just arrived in Okinawa, so tell me where the hotel is. Seriously now, dear, get with the picture. Exactly what picture am I supposed to get with, Mom? Why are you in Okinawa? And why are you suddenly expecting me to come to pick you up from the airport and take you to a hotel? Did I miss something? I don't remember you ever talking about a vacation to Japan. My goodness, Sally, you never give up. I know your honeymoon in Okinawa starts today. What? I heard Sam talking to his father about going to the Blue Cave on your honeymoon. When I looked it up on the internet, I figured out that you were going to the Blue Cave in Okinawa, Japan. After that, I looked at their texts on his cell phone and figured out all the dates and times for your flights. I'm a real Sherlock Holmes, aren't I? Did you really go through your husband's phone without his permission? We've been married for 40 years, dear, so what if I did? But enough about that. Let's talk about our plans. So we're going snorkeling in the Blue Cave then? Ugh, you really have terrible taste. I made a deliberate effort to remove any tours with snorkeling from the pamphlets I gave you, but you went and signed up for it anyway. I thought you had learned your lesson about listening to my recommendations after that disaster of a wedding you planned by yourselves. It's clear you need the help of a travel expert. That's why I decided that I would tag along with you on your honeymoon to help you enjoy yourselves on your trip to Okinawa. And as your official guide, I hereby declare that your silly little snorkeling thing is cancelled. Mom. But we can talk more about that later. Hurry up and come pick me up from the airport. Mom, we're in Hokkaido right now. What? Why? I guess maybe you're not familiar with Japanese geography, but there's more than one place called Blue Cave in Japan. There's one in Okinawa, yeah, but there's also one in Hokkaido, too. There is? Hokkaido? Isn't that far to the north? You're going snorkeling in that freezing cold water? No, we're on a cruise. A cruise? Sam and I actually already went to the Blue Cave in Okinawa with a group of our friends back when we were in college. We loved Japan so much that we figured we'd go again for our honeymoon. And when we learned there was another Blue Cave, we figured we'd go there. So, you're in Hokkaido? Yep. And not in Okinawa? Nope. I don't believe this. Now I'm going to have to get a ticket to Hokkaido. No, Mom. We'll already have moved on to a different location by the time you get here, so don't waste your time or money. What? Hokkaido is a pretty big place, actually, and we're on an extended tour taking us around most of the island, making brief stops at major tourism spots. Just brief stops? That won't be any fun! But we're enjoying ourselves plenty, thank you. But the best part is yet to come. We're going on a train tour that circles the island so we can see all the scenery from the train window. You what? How could just riding a train be fun? You can ride a train at home. Meh, to each their own. Everyone has their own tastes, different things they enjoy. We don't like the same things you like, Mom, that's all. Sally, dear, how dare you? I offered to plan your honeymoon for you out of the kindness of my heart, and this is how you repay me? As long as we're on the subject, Sam has something he'd like to talk to you about, so I'll hand the conversation over to him now. Sam? But why?
Mum?
Yes, Sam?
I thought you should know that we moved.
You moved?
After our honeymoon is over, we're going to go straight to our new house.
How could you? You've got some nerve dropping something like this on me so suddenly. How many times do I have to tell you? You must consult with me before making major decisions like that. Unbelievable. You always did love causing me trouble, however. I am still your mother, and I must fulfill my motherly duties. Don't worry, I'll come over to your new house to properly arrange your furniture and that sort of thing. What's the address of your new house?
I'm not telling you.
You're not telling me?
And by the way, even if you somehow manage to figure out where our new house is, you're not welcome. So don't even think about coming.
What? What? But why? You need me to fix your house for you, don't you?
No, I don't.
Don't be ridiculous.
I don't need you forcing your opinions on me in every aspect of my life, Mum. Didn't Sally just tell you? Everyone has different tastes. We don't like the same things you like.
I was just trying to be helpful.
Being helpful would be offering a recommendation when we ask for one, and I wouldn't have any problem with that. But if we don't do everything exactly the way you want us to, down to a T, then you go completely hysterical. Haven't you noticed that all your friends have abandoned you one by one? Do you hang out with anyone other than Dad?
That's nonsense. They haven't abandoned me.
Oh, for the love of... Don't tell me you didn't even notice. Surely you can't be that oblivious. Do you have any idea the damage you've caused other people with your behaviour? Don't you remember what happened with Cynthia a few years ago? She almost got divorced because of you.
What are you talking about?
Good grief. I don't believe you. The rumour about her having an affair? You heard one woman say she thought she saw Cynthia meeting with another man at a restaurant, and you took the liberty of telling her husband that she was cheating on him.
What was I supposed to do? Let him be cuckolded?
How about that time with my friend from high school? We went to the bowling alley after school one time, and so we smelled like smoke because, well, it was a bowling alley. And what did you do? You went over to his parents' house and lectured them for an hour about how they needed to teach him that smoking was bad for your health.
Oh, now you expect me to let a young boy die of lung cancer, do you?
And that's just the beginning. There's way more instances than that. Do you have any idea how many friends I lost because of you?
Imagine how many you'd lose to cancer if their parents let them smoke.
But I'm not even as concerned about myself as I am about Dad. He constantly has to clean up after your messes.
Ha! That man couldn't even clean a living room without me.
Every single time you make a fool of yourself and cause massive problems for people, who's the one that has to go and apologise and beg them not to sue you for harassment? Dad. I would know. Ever since I became an adult, I've been going with him for those apologies. I'm sick of it, and I'm sick of you.
Sam, you can't talk to me like that. Everything I've ever done has been to help you, to help the people around me. I was just being a good neighbour and friend.
You have a bizarre understanding of what help means, Mum. You've done nothing but cause chaos for me and everyone else in your life.
You ungrateful little brat.
This conversation is over. You're not welcome to come to our new house. Even if you should show up on our doorstep, we will not open the door, we will not let you in. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't even want any sort of contact from you at all.
You can't do this.
I can, and I will.
Oh, you obstinate child. Anyway, now that I know you're in Hokkaido, I'll do you the favor of looking up some proper tourism destinations.
Even after all that, you're still not listening.
No, you're the one who's not listening to my advice.
Ugh, I'm so sick of this. Just don't bother us on our honeymoon. Got it? Go home. Now. Goodbye.
My mother-in-law took a flight home the next day. However, when she arrived home, she walked inside to find a stack of divorce papers sitting on the kitchen table. I had heard that her husband was considering divorcing her, and I guess he saw this as the perfect timing to finally do it. He never contacted her again and had a lawyer handle all the divorce proceedings. He's now living on his own in a nice apartment near our new house. I've got to say, he seems to be doing better than I've ever seen him before now. He looks like someone who's just had a good stretch after a long nap. It's like he's a brand new man. As for my mother-in-law, she moved in with her younger brother and his wife for a while. But before long, she started to give her particular brand of advice to her brother's wife. which was, obviously, not received very well by either her brother or his wife. He was, to put it simply, furious. He kicked her out of his house not but a month after she moved in. The last I heard, she was living alone, very alone, in a small apartment in the city's outskirts.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey there, sweetie. You're June, right? I'm Tammy, Jill's new girlfriend. Nice to meet you. I'm sorry to message you out of the blue like this, but I found your number in Joe's phone and just had to talk to you.
Sorry. Who's this?
I just told you, silly. I'm Tammy. Oh no, don't tell me you didn't hear the news. Me and Joe go all the way back to middle school, you see. We met up for the first time in forever at our class reunion and, well, one thing led to another. And he wanted me to tell you that he loves me now, not you, and that he wants to get a divorce.
Joe, is it? I have no idea who you're talking about.
What? Oh, come on. Are you being for real right now? I'm talking about your husband. Oh, you poor thing. Are you in shock from losing your sweet husband, Joe, to his old girlfriend? It must be so painful to learn that you're an inferior woman to me in every way. And just so you know, don't get any silly ideas about winning him back, either. I already announced our engagement on Instagram. Oh, and I included a picture of the two of us getting all lovey-dovey as evidence. Now the whole world knows that Joe and I are deeply in love with each other. Now the only thing that is left for you to do is to be a good little girl and give Joe the divorce he wants. And then we can finally be together forever.
Ugh, this is not what I needed today. I still don't know who this Joe is that you're talking about. Could you do me a favor and give me his last name or something?
What? What is wrong with you? You have the same last name. You're married. Okay, I'll make it easier for you. His full name is Joe. Your last name. Got it?
Look, I'm trying to tell you, I genuinely have no idea who the person you're talking about is. But it seems like you're bound and determined to make as little sense as possible. So let me go check with my husband to see if he has any idea what you're talking about. Okay, Tammy?
And I'm trying to tell you, Joe is your husband. Don't you get it? Are you like drunk or something? Or I don't know, do you have like a mental disability or something?
You know what? I don't got time for this. I'm closing this DM. Bye. Hey Harvey, I'm really sorry to bother you while you're on a business trip, but can we talk for a second?
Hey, babe. It's no problem at all. We can talk. What's up?
Okay, I've got something to ask you, and it's kind of an emergency.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
Do you have an old friend from middle school named Tammy? Apparently the two of you were classmates or something?
Tammy? No, I don't recall ever having a classmate by that name. I mean, I was in middle school. All my friends were guys.
Okay, well, maybe not in your class, but was there a Tammy in your grade or maybe in a class above or below you?
Yeah, no, I don't think there was anyone with that name at my school.
And do you know someone named Joe?
Joe? That's a pretty common name. Let me think. You know, somehow, something about that name does ring a kind of a bell, but I can't be sure if it's someone I actually knew personally or just someone that I knew of.
So you might know a Joe then?
Yeah, it's really faint, but something tells me that I did know someone by that name once. But I can't put a face to the name. I'll think about it overnight. If I remember anything, I'll let you know.
Okay, thanks Harvey.
So, do you mind if I ask what brought this up? You said it was kind of an emergency.
Look, I'm sorry to drop this on you all of a sudden,
It's just that this afternoon, I got these really bizarre text messages from someone that I don't know, and how you reacted to those names would determine whether or not that the rest of the conversation was going to go a certain way or not. So I thought I'd check with you before I got into this whole main issue just to be sure.
I think I'm even more confused now than I was before.
Trust me, it only gets weirder from here on out. And I think it'd be easier for you to understand if you read them yourself, so I'll send you some screenshots and send them to you later. So let me know when you had a chance to read them, okay?
Gotcha. I'll be waiting. Well, I read them, and now I'm even more confused than I was 20 minutes ago before reading them.
Right? I mean, that's kind of what I expected you to say.
Well, let me see if I got this straight. This Tammy person met up with her old boyfriend from middle school, Joe, at a class reunion and started an affair with him. And Tammy thinks that you're Joe's wife for some reason. So she spills the beans on her affair to you, then declares that she's going to marry Joe. And now she wants you, my wife, to divorce Joe, who you're not married to, so Tammy, his mistress, can marry him.
I say that sums it up pretty well, but I still have no idea what's going on.
I feel like I'm having an aneurysm just trying to comprehend this.
I think the most likely story is that she simply has the wrong phone number. But since I don't know anyone named Tammy, and neither do you, I don't really know what I should do about all this.
Hey, wait a second. Didn't she say that she got your number from Joe's phone, whoever that is?
Yeah, you're right.
That's the case. Then that would mean that Joe had your name and phone number on his phone, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right about that too. But the thing is, I don't know anyone named Joe. I mean, if I could at least get his last name, then maybe I can get one step closer to solving this bizarre mystery, you know?
Tammy said that you have the same last name. Is that anything for you to go on?
Well, I never did end up giving her my actual last name. I was kind of torn, if I gave her my last name, then I might be able to put an end to her confusion right then and there, but at the same time, I felt like it would be best for me not to give her my information so she knows who I am.
That was good thinking. I'd say, who knows what she would have done if she got your full name? Well, it's like you say, there's really nothing for us to go on at this point. My last meeting over here is in the morning, so I'll be coming home tomorrow. If you feel unsafe staying in the house by yourself tonight, why don't you head over to my parents' place? I'll call my mom to let her know you're coming if you want.
I think I would probably be able to sleep easier if someone else was here with me. Thanks for taking the time to talk with me, Harvey. I know you're really busy over there.
Hey, it's no trouble at all. I'm here for you. Let me know if anything new happens, okay? Good night, June. I love you.
Good night, Harvey. I love you too.
June, I remembered.
Oh, good morning, Harvey. What did you remember? Oh, is it about the conversation from last night?
I know who Joe is.
What? Really?
I was talking with my colleague who came along on the trip with me. I brought up your mysterious texter without giving any specific details. And that's when I realized who Joe was.
Okay, who is it?
We're leaving the hotel right now. I just got into my car and I'll be on my way home soon. It'll be easier to explain in person than by text, so I'll tell you everything once I get home.
Okay, I'll be waiting. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay, be careful on your way home.
Hey there, June. Are you still playing hardball on giving Joe a divorce? Come on, grow up. Seriously, set the poor man free.
Oh, it's Tammy, isn't it? How are you doing today?
Cut the small talk. Are you going to get a divorce or not?
Okay then, let's get right to the main point. First off, whose husband are you talking about exactly? I mean, if we don't get that settled, then we won't be able to have much of a conversation at all.
What? Oh my God, are you still pretending you don't know who Joe is, your own husband? I am sick and tired of wasting my time. I want to marry my sweetheart Joe, so hurry up and divorce him. You miserable cow.
I'm not a cow, but hear me out. Just a moment. I've been doing a lot of thinking these last few days, and I think I realized a couple of things.
What are you going on about?
I'm not the June you're looking for.
Huh?
When you went through Joe's phone, you must have stopped at the first June you saw on his contact list, right? The June whose husband you slept with, who was probably right after me on that list.
Wait, what?
Yeah, in fact, I'm pretty sure I know who this Joe is now. And our last names are usually right next to each other alphabetically. So, if you would have scrolled down just a little bit further, you might have noticed that there were multiple entries under just June, but I guess you just stopped short because you were just so anxious, you know.
I don't believe this. Wait, then what's your relationship with my Joe? I mean, your name was in his contact list, so it's not like you're a total stranger or anything. Who are you exactly?
I used to work with Joe.
Really?
Yeah. And Joe and I worked at the same company up until 4 years ago. We used to work together pretty frequently, so we both had each other's contacts in our phones. But Joe was never one to care much about new technology, so I bet he's still using the same phone he had back then, which would explain why my name and number were still on it.
Then why didn't you say anything about that the other day?
Trust me, I had a very good reason for that. Because, you see, back when we were working together, Joe always used his business name while he was at the office.
A business name? What is that?
It's like a pen name. Authors don't always write under their real names for various reasons, and Joe did the same thing in his business life. I only ever knew him by his business name, and that's why I wasn't sure who you were talking about. A friend of mine is still working at that company, and when I happened to bring up your text about Joe, she brought up his business name, and that's when I figured it all out.
Oh, I see.
Yes, it does. So I hope that you can see now that texting me and demanding that I divorce Joe isn't going to get you anywhere, so I'd appreciate it if you would stop texting me starting.
Okay, wow, oopsie. Okay, so I guess now I need to go find his real wife's phone number then. Ugh, these last few days were such a huge waste of time, and our wedding is this weekend.
This weekend?
Yep. And I rented out the restaurant that my uncle owns for the reception. It's going to be so great. I'm having a $20,000 wedding at my uncle's restaurant. And that's why I announced it at our engagement on Instagram. I invited all my followers, so I bet at least 100 people are going to come. Maybe more. I don't know. So I've got to hurry up and find this real wife so I can get them to divorce by Saturday pronto.
You really are something else.
Okay, well, I don't need you for anything anymore, and you can go now. I've got to find Joe's real wife, and really, really fast. Bye-bye. Hey, June, do you think you can contact Joe for me?
Huh? I thought you said you didn't need anything from me anymore. I'm not the June that you're looking for, remember? We already discussed this.
Forget about all that. That's not what's important right now. I just need you to contact Joe as soon as possible.
Oh, I'm gonna regret asking this. Okay, what happened?
Today's the day of our wedding, but Joe still hasn't showed up. And none of his family or friends have arrived either. No one from his side of the wedding is here. I've been texting him and calling him all day, but he's not responding. I mean, what's going on? What should I do? Can you help me?
Oh boy. If I were you, I wouldn't plan on him coming anytime soon, to be honest.
Huh?
I actually heard about all of this from a third party, and apparently you got Joe drunk at the class reunion and then spent a night with him, right? And then you used a picture that you took together with him to blackmail him into continuing your relationship, and finally you tried to push him to marry you. Isn't that right?
That's not true! Okay, so maybe that's how our relationship got started, but that, as it may be, is a fact that we shared our love for each other time and time again after that. And it's gone on long enough that I'm positive that he does love me. For real!
Wow, that is an interesting theory. And if it was true, then why is he not there at the wedding waiting for you down the aisle?
Ugh, I'll bet his evil succubus of a wife has him tied up in their basement or something.
Wow, I'm actually starting to feel really sorry for you.
What do you mean?
The only means you have of getting someone to be with you is not to lie, trick, or threaten them.
Oh, how dare you!
Look, I'm only telling you this because Joe himself gave me explicit permission to tell you that in the event you ever tried to contact him again, he's no longer in this country.
What?
He found out that you had posted the picture you had taken of him for blackmail on Instagram. And after that, he immediately told his wife everything about how you got him drunk, took advantage of him, blackmailed him, and now how you were trying to force him to marry you. His wife could see from the way he was talking about it that he was truly terrified and was acting out of his own volition. She thought it would be the best thing for him if he were to step away from everything for a while, take some time to work on their mental health, and he resigned from his company. His wife knew a therapist who specialized in that sort of trauma who works at a clinic overseas, and they've already left the country together to go and get so much needed help from what you've caused.
What are you saying? Joe and I are getting married today! There's no way that can be true! I love him, and he loves me! And we're in love, madly in love! And we're gonna be together forever, and he can't leave me behind like this!
Honestly, I say that you're madly, desperately in need of some mental help right now, too.
Shut up! None of this concerns you, you miserable cow!
Yeah, I know. That's what I've been trying to tell you ever since you first started texting me that unfaithful day. And I have nothing to do with any of this.
But why isn't Joe answering me?
Simple. He got a new phone specifically to prevent you from ever being able to contact him again.
No! He can't do that! I won't let him hide from me! Tell me his new phone number right now!
I don't know his new number, and I wouldn't tell you even if I did. So for the last time, I am done dealing with your utter mess of a crazy life. Never contact me again.
This can't be happening. Today was supposed to be the happiest day of my life! Where are you, Joe? Give me back my Joe!
She started spamming me with texts demanding that I give Joe back to her, which continued despite explaining multiple times that I don't have Joe. So I blocked her. I heard about everything that happened after that from my husband, who also works at the same company. The day after the wedding, that never happened, Tammy stormed into the company's headquarters screaming, "Give me back my Joe!" at the top of her lungs. And unfortunately for her, he had already resigned. So her visit was completely pointless. The company called the police and her temper tantrum was put down. Oh, and I'm sure you haven't forgotten about the $20,000 price tag on the restaurant for her wedding that she was bragging about. It may have been her uncle's restaurant, but $20,000 is the sort of money that he couldn't simply overlook, even though it was his niece. So she's now working in the kitchen every day of the week until she's fully paid off her bill, and it's going to take a long, long time. Also, Joe and his wife are making preparations to sue Tammy for, well, just about everything that you could sue someone for. I mean, blackmail, defamation, sexual assault, you name it. So as bad as Tammy may think she has it right now, it's only going to go worse from here.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.